another episode of Whisking Away with Diana J. I'm Diana, and today I am so excited because it is officially fall. It's officially fall, and I am super duper excited. Can you see the excitement? Can you hear it? Can you feel it? I mean, I'm just saying. And nothing screams fall more than pumpkins, right? And nowadays you cannot even go to like a store or a market or something like that without seeing a pumpkin spice here, a pumpkin spice there, pumpkin spice everywhere. And guess what? I am here for all of it. All right, so today we are going to be baking up a pumpkin spice bread slash cake or loaf. Okay, I always get confused. What do you guys call it? Do you guys call it a pumpkin loaf? Do you call it pumpkin cake? Do you guys call it pumpkin bread? Let me know in the comments below, because you'll see me throughout the video like interchanging the names, like, oh, I'm fitting to put the pumpkin loaf in the oven, and now that the pumpkin bread is out of the oven, so let me know what you guys call it. But anyway, I'm super excited as well because this video is in collab with the Moss Family TV. OMG, she is literally one of my favorites, if not, actually she is my favorite because she is hilarious. YouTube moms here on YouTube. And she actually created a fall food Friday, and once I heard about it, I was like, oh, hello, hi, pick me, I want to do it. I had to participate, so that's what we're going to make today, the pumpkin spice loaf cake. So if you guys are coming from her channel, welcome. Thank you guys so much for joining me here today. I really hope you like this video, and if you do, consider subscribing. We have lots of fun here. All right, guys, so now you know the drill. Before we get baking, let's get our aprons on and let's get baking. Alright guys, so let's get started. So what I have in my bowl here is a half a cup of almond flour. If you do not have almond flour, or you do not want to use almond flour, you can totally substitute it for all-purpose flour. I just wanted just something a little bit lighter. Just wanted to get a little less of the carbs in there, to be honest with you. The struggle is real. So if I could substitute a half a cup, a quarter of a cup here and there, with almond flour or flax meal or something like that, I usually do that. So that's what I have here, and then I am going to add some flour in there. All the ingredients and recipe, it will be linked below down in the description box. Now I just wanted to kind of show you how I like to put my flour into anything that I'm making or baking. I am a baker on the weekends, and lots of trial and error I have learned in my beginning stages of when I used to bake a lot. One of the tricks that I learned, I actually learned this from Barefoot Contessa on the Food Network, is you want to actually fluff up your flour before you put it inside of whatever you're baking. Sometimes I like to even sift it, but it just prevents you from putting more flour in there. It's kind of like when you're doing brown sugar. You know how they say pack your brown sugar? Well, the flour sometimes is already packed, so you tend to add in a little bit more than than the recipe calls for. So whenever I am putting flour in, I usually like to just go in, fluff it up a bit. I need a cup and 1/4. That's one. That's a half a cup. That's 1 cup and 1/4. I'm just gonna eyeball it. I'm gonna add in my baking powder. So I'm going to use a half a teaspoon of baking powder, half a teaspoon of baking soda. I'm gonna add a quarter of a teaspoon of salt. Salt is gonna enhance all of the flavors that we are about to add into this bad boy. Because I always wondered before when I started baking, why don't they add in salt? But it actually makes those spices and flavors, essence, pop in any of your baking dish. So always want to add a pinch of salt. I'm going to add a teaspoon and a half of cinnamon. I'm also going to add a teaspoon and a half of nutmeg as well. So let's get our nutmeg in there. Then I'm going to add in a half teaspoon of ginger. I'm going to take my whisk. I'm just going to whisk this all together. Well, cool beans. That looks great. So I'm going to set this aside, and we are going to work on our wet ingredients. Okay, so what I have in my bowl here is 1 cup of pure pumpkin puree. This is, I have the Levi's 100% pure pumpkin. You do not want any of the, the pumpkin spice mix. You just want plain pumpkin. Now you guys know I like to crack my eggs in a separate bowl just in case I get a bad egg. It won't get mixed in with my ingredients here. So that one is good. This one is good as well. I'm going to add a tablespoon of vanilla. I'm just going to eyeball that. Add a half a cup of oil. 3/4 of a cup of brown sugar. Hopefully I have enough. I don't know. I don't know. Look at that. I don't know. We'll see. It should be enough. We're gonna pack that in there. Ooh, just made it. Okay. I'm also going to add 3 tablespoons of honey. Normally when I make bread, like a loaf cake or a bread or something, I would do brown sugar and white sugar, but again, I'm trying to cut down on some of the carbs. So I figured I would do something a little bit healthier, and I tested it out with honey, and OMG, it is a game changer. You will love it. So I'm gonna put 3 tablespoons of honey. I'm gonna eyeball that. 2, 3. Okay, maybe that was 4. So you can put 3 or 4 tablespoons. Still gonna be fabulous. And then I'm going to also add to this about 3 tablespoons of milk. Get my milk out of the microwave. I like everything to be room temperature, so I did pop this into the microwave for about 10 seconds. And my eggs are room temperature as well. And yep, I just wanted to double check to make sure that was about 3 tablespoons. We are going to mix this all together. I'm going to go on and put half of my dry ingredients in here. Mix that up. And do the other half. Alright. Just want to show you the consistency of the batter. It's pretty thick, but can still do a little ribbon action. I'm going to pour this bad boy in here. So to my loaf pan, I added, I just buttered it and then just added parchment paper just to make it easier to come out when it's time to come out of the oven. Okay, so I'm going to pop this into the oven at 350 degrees for about 50 to 55 minutes, just depending on your oven. Just check on it at about 50 minutes. You can stick a toothpick through it just to make sure it comes out clean, and bada bing, bada boom, it is done. So I'm gonna show you what it looks like when we're done. Okay guys, this is what it looks like. OMG, it looks so good. And what I like to do is put some butter all over the top while it's still hot. Alright, so it's time to do a taste test. This is so good. It is so good. It's light, which I like. It's not too sweet. The flavors, it's literally the cinnamon, the nutmeg, hint of that ginger. It's like a burst of flavor in your mouth. It literally is. It screams fall. Hello, fall. I mean, tasting like this, I would want fall all year round. This is good. Please try this, guys. Please try it. Let me know what you think. That's all the time we have here for today. I'm gonna finish this. Thank you so much for whisking away with me, Diana. Until next time, guys, have a good one. Bye.